It's Perp back with another video, and I just got done watching 1001. This doesn't drop until I think tomorrow or over this weekend. So shouts to AMC for putting out an early screener for this movie. This is starring Tiana Taylor, and this is directed by A.V. Rockwell. She doesn't have a lot on her catalog. I think she makes a lot of more smaller projects. I think this is her first time making a um, large release like this. And I also think this is the first time I've seen Tiana Taylor actually star in a movie. I could be wrong. Somebody could correct me if she has starred in anything else. But wow. Yeah, this movie definitely surprised me. I was expecting going into this movie to kind of get one of these typical type of, I don't know, kind of generic type of movies, because that's what the kind of trailer was giving off. But it's the fact that it's Tiana Taylor, and it seems like she wants to really take this acting shit serious. And I think just based on what I saw her do in this movie, I would want to see her in more stuff. I would want her to really kind of go in and let's see her in more movies and whatnot, because I think she has a lot of potential. But this story is very interesting. Now, I won't spoil anything because there's a hell of a twist in this movie that kind of threw me through a loop, and I was just like, wow, that's really dark, but also I understand now. So the movie starts off with Tiana Taylor. She plays our main character, Isna. I think that's how you Inez. I forget how to pronounce her name, but anywho, she, she's in the shelter. She's just walking around. She casually just runs into this kid, talks to this kid that goes by the name of Terry, and we find out, oh, this must be her son. And then all of a sudden, as they start to have conversations, there's a situation that ends up happening that the kid Terry ends up into the hospital because he tried to escape from his foster care, the foster system and whatnot. So that leads Tiana Taylor's character to pretty much take the kid and just run off. And you're thinking to yourself, that is a dumb idea. And most likely, yeah, and I understand anybody would do anything for their kid, and I respect that. It's very risky. I also like that this movie takes place in the 90s New York, and I really like how they showcase that from the soundtrack. Like, you'll hear a lot of Wu-Tang, you'll hear a lot of 90s records being played, but also they'll catch you up with what's going on around the city at the time with the radio. Like, they'll just be playing in the background and whatnot. And this definitely jumps through time a lot, which was kind of confusing in the beginning, just seeing Terry's early years going into his teens and stuff like that. But then the whole entire movie kind of takes a flip once who's believed to be Terry's father, Lucky, pops back into the scene after he kind of gets out of prison and whatnot, and those two kind of form a father and son bond and whatnot. And then something tragic ends up happening, and I just like the theme, where it's just a mother and his son trying to just survive against all odds, and just trying to just make it, pretty much, and going through all these different trials and tribulations, if you want to call it that. And it's brilliant. I think it's really well done because, like I said, there's a twist here, and it's brilliantly placed in here, because not only does Terry have to just deal with a lot of these changes that happen very rapidly in his life, and he also has to be somebody that he's not, because they don't want to find out that somebody's onto them, and this could all kind of blow up in their face and whatnot. And yeah, that was just really well done. The actors that played all three different versions of Terry were really dope. I especially like the older Terry that we get towards the end, and just seeing things from his perspective. I like that whole flip of the story that you get in this, and just a lot of heart and emotion. It's very depressing at times, but very uplifting, because like I said, they go through the ups and downs. You know, they'll have moments where things are going really well. It looks very positive, you know what I'm saying? Like when Lucky comes in, everything is seeming all good, but then things aren't all good, and then and then you got Terry trying to deal with stuff at school, which he's very smart, but he doesn't want to really, you know, he doesn't want to take advantage of that, you know what I'm saying? And he struggles with that because he's struggling with something internally, you know what I'm saying? Just based off of the last 10 years of his life, and just his whole entire life growing up, that he's never really had that father figure. And once that father figure is out the picture, it gets harder for him, and he's trying to just, he just really wants to do everything he wants to do to just like lift that burden off his mom and off of just himself, and just the whole situation. He just tries to do the best that he can, but he just is always kind of doubting himself. But I even like just the attention to detail that, you know, as he got older, he started to pick up on the stuff that Lucky was giving him, as far as like how to approach women and stuff. So there's little nuggets of stuff like that where there's definitely a message there. But I definitely think it's a bittersweet ending in a good way, because that twist was crazy. But I definitely would recommend checking this movie out if you have time this weekend. If you're looking for something to watch other than something fantasy, or you just want a straight up drama, definitely check this out, man. If you have seen this movie, let me know your thoughts of it in the comments below. I just wanted to kind of give you my brief take of this movie. I thought it was really well written, really well shot. I think it captured the moments that it needed to capture in New York, and it really felt like you were in 90s New York, where you felt like you were in early 2000s, like all the times that it jumps around. Really dope. Really enjoyed it. I want to see more of what A.V. Rockwell's got coming down the line. I thought this was pretty solid. It was pretty solid all the way through. Definitely recommend checking it out. You could wait till VOD or Blu-ray. I would just say check it out for yourself and let me know. You might like it, you might not. Till next time, I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.